Hello dear students, welcome to the next video lectures on engineering mechanics. In this video lectures, I am going to talk about the unit 3 of engineering mechanics. The name of unit is equilibrium. Okay, very important concepts and very interesting also. Okay, so let's start the lecture. It is the what is meant by equilibrium. Okay, so first of all, discuss the definition of equilibrium. It is the state of rest of a body under the action of forces. When a body is subjected to different forces and even after it remains at rest position, it is said to be in equilibrium. Okay, then conditions of equilibriums. For different types of force systems, there are different conditions for the system to be in equilibrium. For coplanar concurrent forces, there are two conditions of equilibrium. Summation fx is equal to 0, summation fy is equal to 0. For coplanar concurrent, okay, no z summation movement is there, okay, because in case of concurrent, movements will not come into pictures. Okay, next for coplanar non-concurrent forces. For coplanar non-concurrent forces, there are three conditions of equilibrium: summation fx 0, summation fy 0, and summation moment 0. Okay, so these are the three equations we are going to use while solving the problems. Now the next important concepts that we have to discuss, that is the free body diagrams, because before analyzing the any problems in engineering mechanics, we have to draw the free body diagram of that system or that rigid body. Okay, and free body diagrams helps us to make the problem simple or easy. Okay, so that correct FBD must be drawn, means so you have to take proper care so that your FBD should be correct. Okay, now see what is meant by FBD. The free body diagram, it is short, in short it is written as FBD. Is a sketch of a body. Free body diagram is a sketch of a body showing all active and reactive forces that acts on it after removing all supports, with consideration of geometrical angles and distance given. To investigate the equilibrium of a body, we remove the supports and replace them by reaction with the exerts on the body. The first step in equilibrium analysis is to identify all the forces that acts on the body, which is represented by a free body diagram. Therefore, the free body diagram is the most important steps in the solution of problems in mechanics. Okay, as I already we have discussed, it is very important steps, and if our FBD is correct, our further problems is also correct. Okay, in another word, FBD is defined as an isolated view of the body which shows only the external forces exerted on the body is called FBD. External forces are due to contact surfaces or due to gravitational, which is the weight of the body itself. Okay, now see the importance of free body diagram. The sketch of FBD is the key step that translates a physical problem into a form that can be analyzed mathematically. The FBD is the sketch of a body, a portion of a body, or two or more connected bodies completely isolated or free from all other bodies, showing the force exerted by all other bodies on the one being considered. The FBD represents all active, that is applied forces, and reactive, reaction forces. Active means applied, the externally acting load, and reactive means the reactions. When we are removing the supports, we have to show that support reactions offered by the force that we call as the reactive forces. Forces acting on the body that are not provided by the supports are called active force with respect to the body and applied forces. Reactive forces are those that are exerted on the body by the supports to which it is attached. Okay. Then FBD helps in identifying known and unknown forces acting on a body. FBD helps in identifying which type of force system is acting on the body. So by applying appropriate condition of equilibrium, the required unknowns are calculated. Okay, so these are the few importance of FBD. Okay, now we are going to discuss the procedure for drawing a FBD. How to draw the FBD? Okay, is step number 1. Draw neat sketch of the body, assuming that all supports are removed. FBD may consist of an entire assembled structure or any combination or part of it. Show all the relevant dimensions and angle on the sketch. Show all active forces on corresponding point of applications and insert their magnitude and direction if known. Then next, step number 5 is show all reactive forces due to each supports. Next is the FBD should be legible and neatly drawn and of sufficient size to show dimensions, since this may be needed in computation of moment of forces. If the sense of reaction is unknown, it should be assumed. Use principle of transmissibility wherever convenient. Okay, principle of transmissibility means we have already discussed this principle in unit number 1, that the same force you are able to place anywhere in the system, but its line of action remains same, though that force is creating a pushing effect or pulling effect. That final effects on the body remains same, but line of action should not be disturbed. Okay. Now here few examples have been shown to describe the concept of free body diagram. Okay, so observe this figure more carefully so that you will get a very good idea about the in understanding the free body diagrams. Okay, now see the free body diagram of weight body. Weight is always acting in vertically downward directions. Okay, so this is a block. This block is circular. Okay, irrespective of its area, its weight is W. W is acting in vertical downward directions, downward direction, downward direction. Okay, so the body weight you have to show like this on the free body diagrams. Okay, now next is the contact surface. At each contact surface, one reaction perpendicular to the normal surface in contact. Okay, when two bodies or two surfaces are in contact with each other, there is a reaction develop, and that reaction in friction we call it as a normal reaction because that reaction is perpendicular to that surface. Okay, now see, this is one circular cylinder which is resting on the surface or ground surface. Okay, so see, a circular cylinder you have to show the weight of cylinder acting vertical downward directions, and at point A the cylinder there is a contact between cylinder and ground surface. Okay, so there is a normal reactions, and normal reactions are always perpendicular to the surface. Okay, so that is RA, which is in upward directions. Okay, so this is the free body diagrams. RA is the reaction exerted from by floors. Okay, now here it is the one floor, there is a string attached and the weight is here. Okay, so this is the string or wire or rope or cable. So for free body diagrams you have to cut this wire or that string. Okay, so and this element, that wire cable are always under tension, and tension is acting away from the center of the geometry. Okay, so this is this cylinder, you have cut this wire or string, so its tension is acting away from this and its weight is acting vertically downward. Now see, here weight is shown here. Now in this, weight is shown here. Okay, so here it is creating a pushing effect and here it is creating a pulling effect, but its line of action remains same. Okay, so this is called as a principle of transmissibility of force. Okay, so this is true. Now see again more, all three comes here. See, here there is a string, cylinder is attached, and here there is a contact between the cylinder and the vertical wall. Okay, so here there is a contact, here there is a normal reactions comes, that is RA or NA. This is string, so cut is string, so there is a tension in that cable, tension is shown away from that, and there is a weight of cylinder acting vertical downwards. Okay, so these three forces are like this. Okay, so this is the free body diagram of this. Okay, so such type of figure is given in the numerical or in the examination to you, and for the analysis of this problem you have to draw the free body diagram of this system like this. Okay, next is here again contact surface, contact reactions, tension in the cable, weight is there and P is there. Here the one inclined wall, one vertical wall, so there are two contact surface, so two normal reactions and self weight of the cylinder. Again the same way, two contact reactions, one self weight. This is the inclined block, this is the ladder fraction we have discussed in unit number 2 of friction. Okay, and here we have drawn this free body diagram. So see, here there is a contact, so here there is a normal reaction. At B there is a contact, there is a normal reaction, and weight of ladder is acting at the center of the body. So center of ladder is L by 2W. Okay, so this is the free body diagram of ladder. This is another cylinder. Okay, so this way you have to plot the free body diagrams. Okay, now see, here some notes are there. In this chapter, all contact surfaces are assumed to be frictionless. Therefore, no FBD is represented with friction force. Number 2, string, rope, cord, cable, wire, thread, chain always experience tension, which is shown by drawing an arrow away from the joint or body in FBD. Okay, already I have discussed. Okay, that you have to show like this. You have to cut that element and you have to show it by tension force. Okay, so this is about the FBD. Okay, now the next important parts comes into picture is the types of supports, because our engineering system or it is having some supporting system. It is resting on some medium or support. Okay, so for that we have to discuss the type of supports. Okay, so there are various types of supports. Okay, so now just see the first. First is the roller support. At roller support, there is only one reaction, and it is perpendicular to the roller surface. Okay. See, when you are going to solve the problems on beam, the beam is resting on different various supports. Okay, either hinge or roller or pitch like that. Okay. So if it is supported on roller supports, at roller, it is here only one support, which is vertical. Okay, means only AY reactions or RY. Okay, no horizontal reaction, because since it is a roller support, if you are applying any small force, it is sliding down in horizontal directions. Okay, so it is unstable in horizontal direction, so it is not occurring any reaction in horizontal directions. Okay, so only one reaction which is perpendicular. Okay, sometimes there is an inclined roller comes. Okay, so as remember only one thing, that you place roller anyway like this or like this, there is only one reaction which is perpendicular to this. Here there is a perpendicular reactions. Okay, so that thing you have to keep in mind. Roller support, only single reaction, vertical and perpendicular to the plane of roller. Now second is the hinge or pin support. Okay, sometimes it is called as a hinge, it is another name, this is also called as a pin support also. Okay, now at hinge supports there are two orthogonal component of reactions. Okay, at hinge, vertical as well as horizontal reactions comes. Okay, so at hinge there are two reactions, one is vertical, one is horizontal, AY and AX. Okay, next is fixed supports. At fixed supports there are two orthogonal component of reaction and a moment. Since it is a moment, since it is a fixed support, it offers the moment. Okay, because here rotations is not allowing. Okay, here rotations are allowed. Here translation in this direction has been restrained. Translation means roller is not going to be translated in this direction, in vertical directions. Okay, so that's why due to that restrained translation, it offers reaction in vertical direction, but translation in this is allowed. Okay, so that's why it is not offering any reactions. Whereas in case of hinge supports, translation in vertical as well as horizontal reaction has been restrained. Due to that restrained translation in both the directions, it offers to both support reactions, vertical as well as horizontal. Rotation is allowed in both the cases, but here translation has been restrained in both the direction as well as rotation is also restrained. Due to that restrained rotation, third components come into picture that we call as a moment. Okay, Then there are some additional joints, that the ball and socket arrangement. Normally it is not required, but just understand here that three reactions components in unknown directions, Rx, Ry, Rz. Okay, smooth surface. Reaction is perpendicular to surface. Reaction is perpendicular to smooth surface. Smooth. Okay, then rough surface. Two reaction component with unknown directions. Smooth surface only one reaction. Rough surface vertical and horizontal reactions. So this is about the types of supports. Okay, now next point we have to discuss, that is the equilibrium of two force system. Okay, now first understand what is by two force principle. If a body is in equilibrium and is acted upon by only two forces, then these two forces must be equal in magnitude, opposite in direction and collinear. Equal in magnitude, opposite in direction and collinear. Okay, this is called the two force. Now there are some special cases of two force member. If a member or body is a straight rod and subjected to two forces, pulling and pushing, having equal magnitude, opposite direction and collinear action, then the member is either in tension, that is pulling forces, or in compression, pushing forces. Okay, this is represented like this: tension force, compression force. Tension is represented by an arrow drawn away from the joint, or body where the compression is represented by an arrow drawn towards the joint or body. Okay. Now next, after two force member, see the equilibrium of three force system. If a body is in equilibrium and subjected to three non-parallel coplanar forces, then it must be concurrent. Okay, now see, in a three force system, the resultant of any two forces becomes equal, opposite and collinear with the third force to attain the equilibrium. These are F1, F2, F3. Okay. Now this three force equilibrium concept gives the Lami's theorem. Okay, now this is very important. Okay, Lami's theorem statement and its small derivation you kept in this mind. If three concurrent coplanar forces acting on a body having same nature, that is either pulling or pushing, okay, are in equilibrium, then such force is proportional to the sine of the angle included between the other two forces. By Lami's theorem, it is written as F1 divided by sine of theta 1. See, this is F1, its opposite angle is theta 1 and its sine angle, sine theta 1, is equal to F2 divided by sine theta 2. Where is F2? This is F2, its opposite angle is theta 2 and its sine. And F3, this is F3, its opposite angle is theta 3, so sine of theta 3. Okay, this is the Lami's theorem. Okay. Now the limitations of Lami's theorem. It is applicable to three non-parallel coplanar concurrent forces only. There must be three forces that must be non-parallel, coplanar and concurrent. Okay, if any of the condition violates, Lami's theorem will not be applicable. Okay, the nature of three forces must be same, that is pulling or pushing. Okay, so these are about some basic theory that we have discussed. Okay, now we are going to solve the problems based on whatever we have discussed up till now. Okay, now see the problem number 1. Find the tension in each rope of the figure. This is the rope AC, CB, which is connected at B and A. Okay, and there is a at C, all are meeting at point C, and at C point there is a cylinder of weight 100 kg. Okay, so our first steps to analyze this, we have to draw the free body diagrams. Okay, and now see, this is the rope, means for free body diagrams we have to cut this rope and it is shown by a tension force. See, this is AC, means tension AC. This is BC, this is cut, therefore tension BC, and weight of 100 kg, it is 100 into 9.81, so 981 Newton, which is acting vertical downward direction. This angle is given as 30 degree. Here instead of angle, slope is given, but from this slope you are able to calculate this angle, that is tan theta is equal to 4 by 3, therefore theta is equal to tan inverse of 4 by 3, that comes out to be 53.13. Okay, so now apply Lami's theorem. TAC, this force divided by this angle. TAC divided by sine 60. This is 30. This is 90. So the remaining is 60. This is 90 plus 53 means 143.13, and the remaining is that 156.87. Okay, so 981. This force divided by its opposite angle. So opposite angle is 156.87 and sine. Now TAC its opposite angle is 60 degree, here somewhere 60 degree here. Okay, so TAC upon sine 60 is equal to TBC. This is TBC, its opposite angle is this 53.13 plus this 90 is there. Okay, so it is 143.13. Therefore now just do the cross multiplication, you will get TAC and TBC. From that TAC is equal to 2162.76 and TBC is equal to 1498.4. Okay, this way you have to use the Lami's theorem. Now next, a block P is equal to 5 kg and block Q of mass m kg is suspended through the cord, is in equilibrium position as shown in figure. Determine the mass of the block Q. See, this is now first you have to, there are 2 points, B point and C point. So you have to draw the two free body diagrams. Okay, so first at point B, show this TAB and TBC, calculate this angle, all this is convert this kg in Newton. Okay, and apply the Lami's theorem to point B. So it comes out to be 5 into 9.81 divided by sine 96.87. These force, its opposite angle is this. TAB divided by sine 120 is equal to TBC divided by sine 143.13. Therefore TAB is equal to 42.79 Newton and TBC is equal to 29.64. Okay, now this is over. Okay, now come to joint C. At C joint, this you have already calculated. This you have to calculate. This is TCD and this M you have to calculate. Okay, so this is the M into 9.81. TBC you have calculated as 29.64 and this is TCD. Okay, TCD is not asked but you are able to calculate. Okay, now see, by Lami's theorem, M into 9.81 is equal to divided by sine 140, this angle. Okay, and this now sign you have to change. Okay, here it is 29.6 for positive. Now for showing here you have to replace it by negative, but it doesn't matter actually. Okay, that indicates this is acting vertical downward, it's come minus M mass. Okay, so from this M is comes out to be 5.67. Okay, here you will get a maybe that this meaning of this negative sign is that you will get M in negative, means which is acting in vertical downward. It is a mass or weight. Okay, a circular next problem, a circular roller of weight 1000 Newton and radius 20 centimeter hangs by a tie rod AB is equal to 40 centimeter and rest against a smooth vertical wall at C as shown in figure. Smooth vertical wall. Okay, when there is a smooth vertical wall, friction force is absent. Okay, determine the tension in the rod and reaction at point C. See, this is the A, B, C. The first we have to draw the free body diagram. So see, now first of all we have to think about the free body diagram of this. So how many forces are acting on that? See, the weight of this cylinder, weight is given as 1000 Newton. Okay, so weight is acting vertically downward direction. Then the cylinder has at point C there is a contact between the wall and cylinder. Okay, so there is a normal reactions comes RC or NC. Okay, depend what notations you are using. Then AB rope is there. Okay, so you have to cut this rope or wire. Okay, and you have to show the tension in AB. Okay, see here. Here RC is there, TAB tension and weight. Okay, no, but for this diagram you are not able to miss for Lami's theorem it is not looking a proper situation. Okay, so for in this case we have to use the principle of transmissibility of force. So this force we have to in the same line of action you have to show on this side. See here RC now here. Okay, means here it is creating a pulling force and it is creating a pushing force, but its effect remains same. Okay, that principle we call the principle of transmissibility. This way you have to understand the basics law. So that's the basics understanding is very important. and its application, it is required everywhere. Okay, in engineering mechanics, the fundamental laws, and if you understand the purpose, that centroid, concept of moment, concept of resolution, centroid, center of gravity, moment of inertia, and all laws, then you concept of equilibrium, then you can analyze any type of problem in engineering mechanics. Okay, so these are the, and it will see each and every problem is different. We are solving n number of problems in the class. It is not necessary that same problems appear in the examination from whatever we have discussed in the class. Okay, there is some definitely different problem in the examination, but the basic remains same. Whatever we have discussed, the basic similar, on the basis of that similar numerical will be there. Okay, means numerical is different, but the base is same. Okay, so that's why you don't mug up the things. You could basic understand the physical means what is actually happening. Okay, so now this diagram for this, now it is not new for you. Okay, you can easily apply the Lami's theorem. One more thing is that the theta, this theta is, you are able to calculate. It is AB is 40 centimeter. This length is given, and the diameter of cylinder is 20 centimeter. Radius is 20. This is 20 BC. Okay, so this theta you can apply that cos theta is equal to 20 by 40. 20 by 40, yes, that it will become theta is equal to 60 degree. Okay, now just apply the Lami's theorem. It is 1000 divided by sine 120 is equal to TAB divided by sine 90, opposite angle. This force divided by opposite angle. This 1000 divided by opposite angle is 120. This RC divided by 150 is RC upon 150. Therefore, TAB is equal to 1154.7 Newton, and RC is equal to 577.35 Newton. Okay, it indicates it's going in the right direction. Okay? So this way you have to solve the problem. Okay? Now next problem. A cylinder of mass 50 kg is resting on a smooth surface which are inclined at 30 degree and 60 degree. See, this is the cylinder inclined at 30 and 60. Okay, two horizontal as shown in figure. Determine the reaction at contact A and B. At A and B, there is a contact of cylinder and the wall surface. So there exists a normal reactions, and that normal reaction has been asked in the problem. Okay, so first of all here we have to draw the free body diagram, and we have to do the calculations for angle. Okay, so see this here, so here there is the center, the weight is like this. Okay, and this force is here. Okay, you show extend this line. Okay, and this angle is given as 60 degree. Okay, so it is 60. If you drop this here it is 60, so it becomes 30. Okay, so and its alternate become 30 degree. Similarly, it is 30, so it is becomes 60, and it becomes its alternate becomes 60. Okay, so now this 60, so this is 90, so which is 150, it is 30, so this is become 90, so which is 120, and 150 plus 120, how much? 270, and remaining is 30 plus 60 is 90. Okay, so now let's apply Lami's theorem. This force divided by opposite this 50 to 9.81 divided by sine 90 is equal to RA divided by sine 120. This is 120 is equal to RB divided by sine 150. Therefore, RA is equal to 424.79 and RB is equal to 245.25. Okay, so this way we have to solve the numerical. Okay, there we are going to discuss some more numerical on these topics of Lami's theorem and cylinder, because in final examination there is always compulsory question on this topic. Okay, so as far as time duration is concerned, I am going to stop here, and in next video lecture that will be the extension of this. Okay, so in next lecture we are going to see some more varieties of this cylinder problem. Okay, so thank you. I am going to start here, and we are going to meet in lecture number 2 of unit 2. Okay, sorry, unit 3. Okay, thank you.